Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm just going to start off by reading our electronic meetings policy. So, at the beginning of a board or committee, sorry, that's not the part. This committee meeting is being recorded. Any comments made during this meeting will form part of the public record. This meeting is being held virtually, with some or all meeting participants attending via electronic or other communication facilities. A. Committee members will be involved in and participate in the meeting. B. Committee members will raise their hands to advise the chair they wish to speak. The chair will record the order in which the hands are raised and will allow the committee members to speak in the order in which they are recorded. If the committee members are unable to raise their hands due to being in audio mode, they will verbally advise the chair of their intention to speak. C. All meeting attendees should remain muted when not speaking. D. With respect to a vote, committee members are only required to state a nay vote, i.e., members are not required to voice a yay vote. E. Committee members attending the meeting are required to verbally advise the chair or the staff liaison if they leave the meeting and when they return to the meeting so that this can be recorded in the minutes of the meeting. F. Committee members will email the staff liaison if they have a technical difficulty with their connection and need to be reconnected to the meeting. G. If a technical difficulty occurs and it becomes apparent that a committee member has become disconnected from a meeting and the meeting's quorum is not maintained, the meeting will be recessed until the committee member returns to the meeting. H. Committee members who are attending electronically and declare a conflict of interest in respect of an agenda item will be placed in the virtual waiting room by the staff liaison while the committee considers the agenda item. And I, committee members who are present within the virtual waiting room are asked to stay at their computer or otherwise remain present and connected to their computer so as not to miss their readmittance into the virtual meeting room following consideration of the agenda item. And now we'll move on to the agenda. So we should probably go around the room and introduce everybody because I think we have one new member. Um, so Meredith, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I actually think I have met everyone except for Anna. Yeah, but I'm Meredith Gardner with Happy Life Farm. We do primarily flowers in the Pemberton Meadows.
Okay, Jenny, would you like to introduce yourself? Hey, we can't hear you, Jenny. Okay, how about Alex? If Meredith knows Alex, that's fine. Trish, do you want to just say hello?
Sure. Hi, I'm Trish Sturdy. We run North Arm Farm, my husband and I and my family. And we've been around for 35 plus years here in Pemberton.
Thank you, Trish. Nikki, would you like to go next?
Hi everyone, I'm Nikki. I work with Laughing Crow Organics, and I also work for Stewardship Pemberton as the Food Security and Community Agriculture Program Manager. Two very fun hats to wear.
Awesome, thank you. Michelle, would you like to go next?
Hi, Michelle Becks from Shaw Creek Farms. We grow seed potatoes and carrots, and we've been in business together with me and John for 42 years now. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Anna Helmer, would you like to go ahead?
Hi, I'm Anna Helmer, and I grow potatoes in the Pemberton Meadows. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thanks, Anna. Anna Koterniak, would you like to go next?
Thanks, Gary. Really good to see everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I am Anna Koterniak. I work for the SLRD as a planner analyst, and I oversee a lot of the ALC applications.
Pardon me. Thank you, Anna. Is your mic working now? Go ahead.
I think it is. All good? Can everyone hear
Yeah.
me? Okay, okay, super. Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm the regional ecologist with the Ministry of Agriculture, and my region, Pemberton falls within my region, pretty spot in my region. And I do want to say we're very likely going on strike imminently, so this might be the last time I see all your lovely faces. Hopefully not. Hopefully it won't be a long strike, but yeah, we're not sure. So, yeah.
Okay.
This is
Thanks, Jenny.
Mhm.
And I think we've had Natalie join us. Natalie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. I am Natalie from Two Sisters Farms. I'm one of the sisters. My sister who works with me is in Squamish.
Perfect. Thanks for joining us and introducing yourself. I'm Carrie Sharon. I grew up in Pemberton and I help my parents and my brother with their potato and beef cattle farm, and I have some laying chickens and some squash that I do myself. All right, so we'll get started then. Has everyone had a chance to review the agenda? Can we have someone move to approve the agenda? Anna Helmer? And do we need someone to second it, Alex? Yes.
Yes, there should be a seconder.
Would someone like to second the approval of the agenda? Thank you, Trish. Um, Perfect. So that is, are there any opposed to passing the agenda? I see no hands raised, so it is passed. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes of the January 2025 meeting? I see some nods. Were there any corrections that needed to be made? I don't see any. Would someone like to move to approve the agenda or approve the minutes? Thank you, Michelle. And would someone like to move to second the minutes? Thank you, Trish. Perfect. Next up, one of the staff members is going to give us an update on the ALC non-farm use application 10184 for 9520 Pemberton Portage Road, which we spoke about at the January 2025 meeting.
Thanks, Carrie. So a quick update on that. The board made a resolution to forward it to the ALC for final decision. But the ALC has not reached a decision thus far. So that was an application to host events.
So the event happened without approval then and just went ahead.
Not that we know of. So the event was not approved.
Okay. Anna, will you also be doing the update on ALC subdivision application number 100289 for 8929 Pemberton Meadows Road?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was an application to subdivide in a manner that was consistent with the zoning bylaw. And so it was also forwarded to the ALC for a final decision, and the ALC has not reached a decision on that thus far.
Okay. Thank you, Anna. So moving on to the next item on the agenda, we have ALC subdivision application number 104986 for for 9749 Pemberton Meadows Road. I'm assuming, Anna, you're going to be just presenting this to us?
Just,
Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
just
Go
to jump
ahead.
in for a second, Meredith has her hand raised before we go on to the next item, Carrie.
Sorry, I missed that, Meredith. Yes, go ahead, Meredith.
Sorry, guys, this is just me being new. Um, but I read through the application. It was a non-farm, and they wanted to host events. One event for 500 people at the beginning of the year, and then other events for 100 people. And to me, I don't know, it just seems like that doesn't fall into any of the farm uses. But is it outside? It is inside the agricultural land reserve, that property.
Yes, so the property was inside the farm reserve and we asked that they not do it. So
Okay, so the recommendation from this committee was to say that doesn't really fall within the
Yeah.
bylaws or the recommended uses. Okay, and that then this committee fulfilled its role and now it's gone forward.
Yeah, it's moved on. On the second one, we
Yeah.
did not meet because we didn't have quorum at either of the meetings. And so they just went with the staff update.
Okay, so is that what's under discussion now? Is the blacks? Uh,
Now we've moved on to the one for blacks, yes.
okay, all right,
And so
thanks.
Anna's going to just present that to us.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Carrie. So this is application number 104986 for 9749 Pemberton Meadows Road. So this application basically seeks to relocate existing lot lines between three adjoining parcels owned by the same person. And their intention with that is to create a more efficient subdivision pattern. So, for example, one of the three parcels does not have direct access to Pemberton Meadows Road and does not have a high percentage of land that can be farmed. So there's like a mountain and a forested area there. And so the proposed subdivision will improve both of those aspects. In terms of compliance with our bylaws, the proposal will stay consistent with the zoning bylaw. So the minimum parcel sizes required will be met. And it also does not conflict with the official community plan. That's the gist of it. Let me know if I can help to answer any questions. And if you have any comments, concerns, we will take that down and take it to the board.
Okay, does anyone want to ask any questions of Anna or address the application? Yes, Meredith.
Yeah, I just would like to understand why they're asking for this. I mean, obviously, it sounds like it would be nice to have road access to the third property. It would increase the value of the property, and but I don't really understand otherwise. They could already access it through their other properties, so are they able to not access that piece of land at all? Is that the problem currently?
Uh,
Go ahead, Anna.
Thanks, Gary. Yeah, so they can. It looks like they have basically a really long driveway through one of the other properties. It just seems like they want to um, make the properties more similar to each other. So kind of have a more similar amount of land, both farmable and not farmable. Um, have an easier access to the road, potentially sell it in the future, and um, not have uh, that smaller parcel still be accessed through another property if somebody else owns that parcel in the future.
Thank you, Anna. Anna Helmer?
Just to clarify, um, does the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure make the decision on lot line adjustments?
Yeah, I can speak to that. Yeah, so the Ministry of Transportation is the final deciding authority. So assuming this application makes its way to back to the ALC and the ALC says yes, they will then need a final approval from the Ministry of Transportation.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone else have any comments or questions?
Sorry, I still just don't really understand, but maybe it was a bit hard to read the map specifically. Are they looking for this access for farming use? Like it's going to improve the operations of their farm and they need to get access more easily to that property? Or are they hoping to enhance the value to sell the property? Because I think they're kind of two different reasons to apply.
So
Go ahead.
it hasn't been explicitly stated as to why. The legal so the road access was stated as one of the reasons. As to whether they want to sell or any sort of other reasons were not explicitly stated. One of the smaller parcels does have very little farmable land. So one of the things the subdivision will accomplish is to sort of increase the amount of land that can be farmed on that parcel. So it can be assumed that if they were to sell in the future, all three parcels will have sufficient land to be farmed. As it stands now, if they were to sell the smaller parcel, there would be uh, relatively much less land that can be farmed on that smaller parcel. Because it looks like approximately 40–50% of it is mountain.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Michelle, do you have any comments about this application?
Looking at the maps, um, from a farming standpoint, if they're looking to actually make the one piece more farmable and doing so with future farming in mind, um, it almost sort of makes sense. And one of the things that I was thinking of was, so if that parcel sold in the back, that's landlocked, if they had to give away right away to build a driveway through farmland, that would in essence actually be taking farmland away from the existing parcels. Just a bit of food for thought.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Trish, do you have any comments?
No, not at this time.
Okay, thank you. How about you, Nikki?
I don't have any strong feelings, but I kind of agree with what Michelle is saying. Um, the idea of ensuring that each parcel has suitable farmland. If some of the parcels were meant to be sold in the future, it might make that farmland more accessible at a lower price potentially as well, versus selling a huge acreage versus a small acreage. Selling medium ones could actually be farmed by a smaller type farm. So something to think about, but also no strong feelings. But it doesn't seem like it's preventing agriculture. It seems only that it kind of generally supports future agriculture, this decision.
Okay, thanks, Nikki. All right, Natalie, it's your turn. Do you have anything to say?
No, yeah, I generally agree with everyone. I think there's many reasons why someone might want to have more access to their land, and if that could make if they do sell it, I think it would help with future farmers be able to access that parcel. So I think it makes sense to me why they would want to change the borders of that lot. So I'm fine with that.
Okay, thanks, Natalie. Um, I think my opinion on it is that very similar to Michelle's. I see so much land lost when we have these parcels at the back of properties that were once one landowner and then they sell one and then there's a road access. And then what happens is because an official road access happens, then houses are allowed to be built further away from Pemberton Meadows Road, which we've been trying to avoid having more houses out in farmland and losing farmland. So I think that making it so that all of the parcels have direct access to Pemberton Meadows Road actually improves the viability of that farmland because there won't be a possibility of driveways and the houses will all have to be on that right of way because the right of way will be Pemberton Meadows Road. Um, that's just my opinion. Would someone like to make a motion about what to recommend to the board? No. So, what we need to do is it sounds to me like, for the most part, everyone is in agreement of what the staff suggestion was, that to approve the recommend or to recommend that the subdivisions proceed. So if someone could make a motion that that's what we recommend, then it will be presented to the SLID board as something that we think is beneficial to farming.
Can we say that in this case, it seems like a real estate play is also good for farming in this happy case? Or something snarky?
I mean, yeah, yeah,
That's kind of what is going on, right?
it could be. Um, I mean, there are lots of different things that could be at play there. I don't really think that us trying to play God on it would necessarily be like we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think that what we're hearing from the group is that we do feel like it's would be a beneficial lot realignment.
I'm not sure if we feel it's beneficial or just that we don't seem to have any issues with it.
True. I do think it would be beneficial. Like, it is brutal to me that all of these right-of-ways get built and then houses go out beside them. It's brutal for all of that farmland that's just getting lost every time that happens. Like, those right-of-ways are huge. And then the residential footprint is so far away. Um, so to me, it is beneficial, but if the group doesn't feel that way, that's fine. We do what the group wants.
But I would support a motion that you wrote, Carrie. If you come
And
up
I
with a
said,
motion.
did you catch that, Alex?
Um, Anna, do you want to take a stab at it? Otherwise, I can. And we do have one
Uh,
other committee member who just joined as well. She was a panelist, or sorry, was an attendee, but I just promoted her to panelist, Carrie. So
Hi.
that's Jill.
Hi, Jill. Did you have any comments about the what we're talking about right now?
I missed a lot of your conversation.
Sorry, I didn't hear
No,
what you said.
and I want to say sorry. I missed a lot of your conversation because I have a problem with joining with the link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, did you have any comments or concerns about the ALC application 104986?
As far as I understand, I reviewed the proposal, and as far as I understand, it's a sound decision because it gives more access to the smaller parcel, and it's in line with agricultural use. I just wanted to point out one thing. The soil classes, I noticed the soil class is it both soil classes in this land have limited drainage. So this means that in some area we have wetlands and wet area, maybe saturated area. So it would be important to make sure that this adjustment doesn't change the water surface flow or cause more runoff into the river. That's all.
Okay, thank you. All right, so Anna,
Um,
did you want to try and attempt to re-say what I said?
I have one I can read too if you don't want to, but it's up to you.
Yeah, you go,
Do you want me
Alex.
I'll try. Okay.
Yeah.
So that the AAC recommends forwarding the application to the ALC with support as it will be beneficial for farming. I don't know if we want to add more to that about
And we could stroke beneficial. We could just say it would be in line with like the agriculture area goals
okay, as it
or
is in alignment.
with the agriculture area plan. Like, I'm pretty sure that it follows all of the AAP guidelines from my recollection.
Could we make a motion something like that the proposed rezoning could create a third functional farm, and therefore we would not oppose the application. However, the board should consider the impact of any development on the watershed or if additional housing being built will impact farming in the region.
I think I prefer what Alex said, but that's you
Okay,
get the board, you guys get to decide these things, and I keep my mouth shut. Sorry. Does
What
anybody have anything to say?
What about that the AAC recommends forwarding the application to the ALC with support as it is in alignment with the existing agricultural area plan and will
Mhm.
improve the functionality of the third parcel for farming?
Yeah. Okay, I see some nods. Would someone like to take that motion and um take it as theirs to as okay, Michelle. Thank you. And would someone like to second it? Trish or Natalie or Nikki, I don't know if it was Trish or Natalie that I saw first. All right. And is there any nays? We'll, yes, we're going to pass that resolution. Are there any against? Oh, Alex, go ahead.
I just wanted to share for the folks that are new or maybe haven't been at a meeting in the past that when this goes to the board, not only will they get the resolution or the recommendation, but they'll also get a summary of all of the conversation that took place. So the comments about the water table, those pieces, those will still be part of the board conversation when they're considering this.
yeah, good. I thought that was getting lost in the motion.
Okay. Thanks, Alex. All right, so we would like to move to accept the motion that Michelle proposed. All in favor, say yay. And okay, I don't see very many hands. One, two, three, four. Okay, I've seen them. Thank you. Motion passed. All right, so moving on to the next agenda item, we're just going to review and confirm the proposed meeting dates for 2026 with Alex. Go ahead.
Sure. And I'm just trying to see here if I have a way to share my screen. Does everyone have a copy? Oh, here, I see it. Never mind. I'll share it just to make it a little easier here. Um, okay. So hopefully, can everyone see those dates? Is it big enough? Can
Yes.
Okay. So basically, the idea here is that in the past, probably for the past 5 years at least, we've been doing individual doodle polls every time there's a need for a meeting. But as Carrie mentioned at the start of the meeting, and as many of you know, we've really struggled to meet quorum throughout the summer this year. And so what we've done in the other electoral area that has an AAC, which is Area B, is we've had a preset meeting calendar. And then if there aren't agenda items that need review or applications that come in, we can cancel the meetings. But at least this allows everyone to set aside that time in their calendar well in advance, and it makes it a lot easier for us to meet quorum and just kind of reduces the overall burden of all the emails back and forth to schedule meetings. So this is just a suggestion is that we do them on Wednesdays, but certainly we can flex this. And in the past, the committee had indicated support for having earlier meetings through the winter when it's not the farming season. And then so at 6 p.m. and then bumping to 7 p.m. throughout the summer and early fall. And I guess just one other piece to kind of preface the discussion is that there was some conversation at the previous meeting about having an in-person, flagging one of the meetings for in-person throughout the year. So we can certainly do that as well if the committee would like to have one in-person meeting. And that also enables folks from the ministry to come up and participate in person as well. So
Okay.
I'll
Thanks,
open it up
Alex.
to discussion. Yeah,
Does
thanks.
anybody have anything that they would like to ask or points they'd like to discuss about this?
Just a little selfishly, Wednesday is not a great night Chicks with Picks practices on Wednesdays. So if there's any chance that other people are open to another day, maybe Tuesday or Monday, it'd be better.
I also want to highlight it's not every Wednesday, it's just once every 2 months, right?
I could see the dates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to sometimes it feels like it's a lot more. So my schedule at least is pretty chaotic and unpredictable. So that's fine with me. I feel like um I can make Wednesday every once in a while work, but I just wanted to bring up that it's not actually that frequent.
Any other comments? Nikki?
Just maybe if we do an in-person meeting, maybe we aim for a January, March, instead of a midsummer. I'm pretty sure that works better for everyone.
Okay. Thank you, Nikki. Any other comments?
I would just add to what Nikki just said. March is the likely date that the committee should look at, just based on what Jenny said about the ministry potentially being on strike. That'll give us a little bit more time to schedule and convene the in-person and make sure that they can attend as well.
Okay, sounds good. And Michelle, I saw your hand up.
Just a question. So some of them are they random? Like it's not always the second Wednesday of the month. It's sort of random dates.
I don't think they were random. I think I had to look at scheduling around the
Okay.
electoral
Okay.
area directors meetings and the board meetings because normally Director Mack would be in attendance as well.
Right. Okay. It is because every second Wednesday of the month I have another meeting, so
Got it. Okay. Well, why
that
don't
would.
we, it sounds like more than one person has a conflict on Wednesday. I mean, we're certainly Tuesday or Thursday could work as well on our end from a staff liaison standpoint. So,
Mhm.
Either of those days works for me.
How about you, Michelle? Do you have a day, I think
Um,
Tuesday or Thursday?
Thursday would be better for me.
And does Thursdays raise any issues for anybody else? All right. That sounds good. All right. So Alex, you'll send out some new dates to us after you look at the calendars and
I will, yeah. And I think while we're on this topic too, I'll just mention this is probably my last meeting for quite a while because I'm going on maternity leave at the end of the month. So there will be, I'm not sure who it's going to be yet, but I will try and introduce that person before I leave on my leave. There'll be a different staff liaison for the next year.
okay. Thank you. And congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. So I guess we will move on. Were there any other items that anyone would like to discuss this evening? No. I know I asked about the grizzly bear sanctuary. Were you able to get any information about that, Alex, or is it just out of curiosity because it's right next door to me and I didn't know about it until it was.
Yeah, I can provide. Unfortunately, I don't have an update at the meeting this evening, but I can look into that. I think our director, Kim, was working on a report to the board regarding that.
Okay,
So I'll look at what she's doing on that and I can circulate it to the committee by email.
cool. Thank you. All right. I think that that is everything for this evening, unless there's something else that somebody needs to talk about. And if, yeah, I don't see any hands up. Thank you, everyone, for attending this evening. It's a very nice, concise meeting.
Easy.
All right. Have a nice evening.
You
Okay,
too.
thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.